Holy tzaddikim and tzaddikot. Hope everybody had an incredible Yom Ha'atzmaut. It was really so special this year to celebrate the amazing gift of Eretz Yisrael, the land of Israel. And Hodul Hashem Kitov. Thank you, Hashem, for allowing us, the Jewish people, to have access to this incredibly special land. We should have the merit, all of us, to be able to live here, to spend time here, and not only to call this land our home, but to be able to really soak up its holiness in every way possible. Okay, we're right back at it with another Dvar Torah, another small Keeping It Real for you guys for this week's Parsha. We have a double Parsha, Tazria Metzora, and the main idea, of course, in these Parshiot is about Tzarat. Tzarat is kind of like leprosy. It is a physical ailment, but it's based on spirituality, right? It's not like, oh, I got sick, I ate something bad, right? I touched poison ivy. It's not like that at all. It's a physical ailment that we get based on a spiritual calamity, based on making a mistake with spirituality. The most famous reason, of course, that a person might get Tzarat is because they spoke Lashon Hara. They said something or listened to something evil about their fellow Jew. And what's interesting about the purification process, how we get rid of the Tzarat, is that a person goes into isolation. We know about this from a few years ago, from the COVID, world, that to be, leave everyone else and be alone, what we call in Israel bidud or quarantine, is absolutely brutal. It's gut wrenching. And the reason it's so painful is because it is so natural for us as people to want to bond, right? I said today, I hope everybody had a beautiful Yom Ha'atzmaut. We spend it with friends, with family, right? Barbecue, everything we can do in life. If you have an accomplishment in life, the accomplishment is great, but it's not, it's not great if you can't share it. You know what I'm saying? If you can't share the joy. And if you're going through something hard, it's 1,000,000 times harder if you can't have friends and family carry that pain. And so life is meant to be shared. But when it comes to a person who gets tzarat, or they spoke Lashon Hara, the punishment is so unbelievably harsh. They literally have to leave. They have to be alone for 7 days and potentially up to 14 days. So you have to ask yourself, why is it so harsh? Why do we make them be alone? Which is, from a punishment perspective, is a very, very high level of punishment. Just think about this. If someone does something wrong, terrible, we send them to jail. But at least in jail, you can be with other people, other inmates. But what if you do something wrong in jail? So then you get something called solitary confinement. Not only are you in jail, but you have to be alone in jail. So only the worst of the worst prisoners, right? Inmates in a prison, only they have to be alone. But here, if a person speaks or Lashon Hara, they say something not nice about someone else, they have to be alone. You learn from here that the fabric of our world, of our society, our mouth, our ability to speak in our ears, our ability to hear, is so precious and so fundamental of what it means to be a Jew, that if you abuse those things, if you say negative and terrible things about someone else, or you listen to those things, your ability to be a part of the society is no longer there. If you abuse your speech or your listening in a way that isolates another person, you yourself must feel the pain of being isolated. And so what the Torah is clearly trying to teach us is that we have to be so careful about what we say. And I think about it this way. None of us would ever want to be ostracized. Every one of us has flaws. Every one of us has things that we're not proud of, things that we regret, things that we know we should improve. And we wish that other people have mercy on us, to look at my positive things, look at my positive attributes, look at all the good that I do, and don't focus on the bad. All of us want that. And if it's hard to understand it, think about a family member who's struggling with something, who doesn't always make the best decisions. We try to look for the good in that person. Right? I know they have flaws, but look at all the good that they do. And so it's our job to look at every Jew in that same way, to focus on that positive. And if you can't stay around. You can't be with other people. Because it is so fundamental for us to be able to look at the good in others that if you can't do that, you ruin the fabric of our world, of the connections between people that are based on positive and loving and caring interactions. It cannot be clearer enough. It cannot be more clear. It is crucial for us. It's not like, oh, I said a little Lashon Hara, it's fine, I overheard, we gossip a little bit. No, no, no. This is foundational to our society, to our holiness. We speak and listen only positive things about each other. Now, instead of being so harsh, let me end with with an upbeat note. Imagine a world where we are careful about this. Imagine a world. Wow. Not that a world where everybody does good, but a world where we focus on the positive. What an incredible world that is, right? That we all look at each other with that positive light, like family. Psst, unbelievable. Let us be zochel, let us have the merit to live in that world one good decision at a time, one biting of your tongue, one closing of your ears at a time, to get rid of that poison of Lashon Hara and only have beautiful, pure, and clean speech. Wishing all the holy tzaddikim and tzaddikot Shabbat Shalom.